Last night, the Miami Dolphins took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay for their final preseason game of the year. And in this game, there was a couple of guys that I, checked off that I really wanted to see. However, there was one player specifically where I thought, whoa, this guy flashed, right? Passed the eye test. Looks like he could be a dynamic playmaker for the Dolphins, not just for this season upcoming, but for the future as well. And as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about Jaylen Wright, the rookie running back. This dude looks explosive. The dude looks quick, dynamic, elusive. I mean, this dude is going to be special in Miami. And in this video, what I wanted to do was kind of break down the film. I wanted to go through the all 22 coaches film and show you exactly what I saw from this game that tells me he's going to be a good player, and he brings an elite, dynamic, new type of versatility to this offense. Before we jump in though, do me a favor and comment down below a letter grade for Jaylen Wright throughout the preseason, and also a record prediction for the Dolphins in 2024. With that being said, let's kind of dive into Jaylen Wright and how he looked in this game. All right, here we go. First play I want to show you, a nice little toss out to the left side. We're going to the strong side of the formation, but the weak side of the field. We're going to nice toss it out. Boom. Blockers in front. Now, if this is to the strong side of the open field, I believe this play goes for so much more because there's just more space to work with. But in terms of what we see on the play specifically, is that pre-snap motion by number 4, a fake jet sweep to the right side. We're going to see it's obviously man coverage takes this guy out of the play to this side, which is beautiful. That is exactly what we want to see. Now, we also want to give a free release to this interior defensive lineman just because Jaylen Wright's speed is so good. So let that guy get into the backfield early. He's not going to be able to make a play. Now, this guy I think was a little bit of a mistake by 63. This is a guy we should have picked up. But again, this is what we're trying to do here. So we're going to send the tackle on a swing. This guy's going to cross the formation. This guy's going to block in. This guy's going to come out. And again, we'll have this guy swing outside as well. And then these guys are going to come inside. So again, I think this play is blocked very, very well. Besides the exception of the edge rusher being able to just squeeze right in. That, I think, was a mistake. But the end of the day, works out very well here to get down the left sideline for an 8-yard pickup. And again, I think if you roll this to the other side, if this play happens just to the other side, I think this could be a massive pickup for Jaylen Wright. That speed is really, really showcased on this play. Look at this, how he just can scream to the outside and just go. You could tell. Acceleration, yeah, that's checking the box. All right, another great play here by the offense. Great read by the quarterback. We're just going to get a nice little swing route out the backfield. Looks like man-to-man coverage. Beautiful job by the wide receiver. And Jaylen Wright is basically just gone up that left sideline. Now, this is what you would call a quick game read. Just a QG, quick game read, right? Basically what this means is the quarterback's going to take a one-step drop here, and then he wants to get that football out pretty much as soon as possible. Now, again, we're going to see a nice little swing. We're going to get this guy coming over the middle and just stopping, right? Once we see that this is man coverage from this little pre-snap motion, we know all day what we want to see. Okay, so we kind of know this is man-to-man. They're kind of disguising it a little bit with this slot corner, but overall, this looks like man, right? You got press up top, you got press here, you got these guys looking like they pretty much lined up with one deep safety as well. So the first read is probably this. This is probably your first read on the play. This will probably be your second. Now, the one thing you want to read is these two linebackers. So first thing you're going to see is this linebacker is starting to blitz, right? Once the quarterback is like, okay, wait, this guy's blitzing, I have this all day. This is wide open. Now, this guy's job is to just get in the way of the man cover linebacker. And if you're able to do that, man, you're looking good. And that is exactly what he does here. Just gets in the way, stops on a nice little hitch over the middle. These routes aren't even really in your, they're not going to flash to you. These are your two routes that you're looking at. And this is your main read. It works out perfectly for them. Great pass. You see how it turns him up the field. Doesn't lead him to the sideline. I thought this was beautifully placed. Turns him up the field. That's how you pass the ball. And a 23-yard pickup. Again, beautiful. All right, here we go. Here's another play from Jaylen Wright that I really like. Showcasing his IQ, his ball carrier vision, but also the elusiveness. Nice little swing catch out the backfield. Boom, utilize his blocker to his advantage. But the IQ there, the ball carrier vision was something I really like. Now, The first thing we're going to notice on this play is this pre-snap motion by the tight end. And we're going to notice the second line defense just going to rotate over. So we can kind of tell that this is a zone defense. This linebacker is going to take it a little bit more of a hard rotation than a soft rotation. But since we know it's zone, we do like this play call a ton, and we can tell this is pretty much the only play or only route that they're really throwing to here. This is kind of just a distraction, it looks like, for the most part. Boom. So throws it. I think the pass could have been a little bit better. See how he has to come up, jump up for it. I don't like that, right? You want this guy catching this in stride, being able to just turn up the field and turn on the jets, right? However, it's not a terrible pass. Don't get me wrong, right? Catches it. This is what I really like, though, right? Forcing that inside leverage and getting these guys to bite inside, right? Getting these guys to bite inside instead of getting outside, when in reality, that's what you want to do. That's huge. So again, I love the vision there. Boom, let's fake like I'm going inside, bounce back out. Now my blocker is now blocking two different guys. Creates a one-on-one scenario for me. Again, if they had a little bit more space, I think Jaylen Wright could have turned this into another big play. But get 6. Again, I like it. Here's a simple one that I want to show you. Didn't really turn out well for the offense here, but what we're going to see is just a nice little route to the outside. Quarterback does an awful job putting it on the money, and you know, I think these are the things right here that you can see that separation that he drew right away. Whenever you get this guy versus a linebacker, he is such a speed advantage, so we want that every single time. Ball is very poorly underthrown. You know, not great. Don't love to see that too much at all, but again, I'll tell you one thing. This is Tua. This is probably going to be led right up the field, and you'll be able to turn up the field and turn on the jets, right? So, again, I really like Jaylen Wright, not only in terms of a runner, but the guy can run routes out the backfield and turn nothing into something. That's what makes me so excited. And it looks like he is probably one of the main reads here on this play, or maybe the second read. I think what you go here versus too high is this is your one, and then this is your second read. This side of the field doesn't look like he was really too focused on this at all. So you'd probably say that this is, you know, a quick read. And again, should have been a better pass. Now, things are about to get a little bit exciting. This is where Jaylen Wright really turns on the burners and starts to play like an elite type of playmaker with the football in his hands. Before we get into that film, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And guess what? We're going to be covering the Dolphins throughout the entirety of not only the rest of preseason, but it's pretty much over, but regular season as well, breaking down film of individual players, whoever you guys want to see, offense, defense, quarterback, wide receiver, DB, whatever you guys want to see. We got you guys covered. So join the family. Again, it doesn't cost anything. And if 3 weeks from now you're like, don't really want this film no more, you can simply just unsubscribe. I think you guys will enjoy the content. Again, if you want to see more, join the family. You guys can also go check out Underdog Fantasy. I just won so much money last night actually on Jaylen Wright. And what they do is they give you discounts every single week. And if you sign up now, they're going to give you 50% match deposit, right? So if you put in $1,000, they're going to give you $500 free. So use my promo code in the description. With that being said, let's get back into the video. All right, here we go again. Another play I really liked here. Same thing as earlier. Fake jet sweep, toss out to the left side. Really good blocking on this play, man. If you have to take one takeaway from this play specifically, the blocking was outstanding. Now, let's actually break it down here. So the first thing we're going to notice is we actually are going to have a pulling tackle. We're going to get this guy jet sweeping across. We're going to get this guy doing a really good job here on 58. I really want to give this man credit. We see a really good job here by this tight end as well. A bunch of these guys just do a really good job. Let's actually watch how this play breaks down a little bit more here before we dive into the blocking here. But again, we get guys to overcommit to the jet sweep. Boom, you see that guy already in motion, taking just another one of those guys out of the play on this side. And again, we see that pulling tackle. We see 58 and 76, or 75 getting blocked very, very well. Like, this is huge. That is huge right there. Great job by these guys right here. I mean, every single one of these guys blocking does an amazing job. I also want to give a credit to the center as well here. He's going to kind of turn his hips, wall off this side of the field. Again, great job. And then you can just kind of look at Jaylen Wright. You can just tell the speed is there. Look at him go in and out of his breaks as well, just so quickly, so fluidly. This is a guy that I think will touch the football a good amount this season. I mean, again, you look at that change of direction, puts that foot into the ground, and just boom, right? Boom. Great move, right? If 82 is able to hold on just a second longer, again, you're talking about potential plays that could be housed. Now, maybe not this one specifically, but that's the type of game-changing playmaking ability that this dude actually has at the end of the day. I love it, man. Let's go. All right, here's another one I like as well. We'll go through this one a little bit quickly here. Just really good job getting skinny, making a guy miss off the arm tackle. Basically, what we see here is actually very interesting. Going to get this pre-snap motion by 49. So what we're going to see specifically is we're going to get a pulling guard and a pull or a in-motion tight end or fullback, whatever you want to call them here. They're going to get to the outside, and all of these guys on the inside are all going to just continue to push to the inside, right? Try to get these guys out of the play and allow these guys to be your main two blockers. I love when the Miami Dolphins start using these pulling guards, the pulling tackles, whatever it may be. You could tell these guys are so well coached. And again, look at that little jump cut. Beautiful job. Boom, right? And then getting through that arm tackle here up the backside. And then ultimately does get brought down after a gain of 7 or 8. But again, loving it, man. I'm loving it, Jaylen Wright. All right, here we go. Another nice little pass play to Jaylen Wright. This one's going to be called a 5-step plant, but realistically, since they're in the shotgun, it is a 3-step drop. Get that football out once that back foot hits the ground, and we're going to notice that Jaylen Wright's once again able to get this for about 12 yards. Now, again, what do we see here? Right, quarterback's his main job on this play, as this guy's going to leak out into the flats. We want to read these 4 guys over the middle of the field. If we get some guys blitzing, right, we know these guys are in wicked off coverage, so we love anything in the flats if and only if these guys are blitzing. However, if they come into a flat, then we're gonna have to check into a different little route, right? So again, let's read how this play breaks down. First thing the quarterback is gonna notice here is, wow, okay, so boom, looks like we might have 2 blitzers off this side pretty much right away, which tells us since this guy's coming in, man, these flats are going to be open, especially if we got some go routes up here. It's going to clear out a ton of space. First thing he's going to look at is this blitzing linebacker, safety, DB, whatever you want to call him here, trying to get into that B gap here. But boom, now at this point in time, we have to throw this ball. This ball has got to be out right now. That's exactly what he does. Takes that 3-step drop. Once that back foot hits the ground, boom. Football's coming out. Finds him in stride. I don't love that pass, but it's honestly pretty good in a decent spot. Would like it to be a little bit better to turn him up the field. Even if you throw it this way so he has to turn around and fully get up, or lead him to the outside so he can just turn and go. Not too bad overall. But again, nice little 12-yard pickup. Good job by the quarterback reading what the defense wanted to do. And a nice little 5-step plant throw or three-step drop throw. Love it. Now, that was it for Jaylen Wright. He got a good amount of playing time in this game. Showed a lot. I believe he had, like 40 yards receiving, 40 yards rushing. I mean, I can check it real quickly just to be sure. But in my opinion, Jaylen Wright had a really successful game, in my opinion, just utilizing the speed, the ball carrier vision, catching out the backfield. So Jaylen Wright had 7 carries for 36 yards, averaging 5.1 yards per carry, which is really good. Actually led the team in terms of if guys had more than 3 carries. He led the team. Jeff Wilson was 4 for -1. Horvath was 3 for 5. Anthony McFarland was 6 for 12. So Jaylen Wright looked really good. And then he also had 4 catches for 41 yards as well off 6 targets. This is a guy I really do like. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about Jaylen Wright. And do you think he'll get some considerable playing time this season, or do you think it'll probably be next year? But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. Just go, if you sign up for $5, right? Check it out. Think about it. You're going to win a lot of money. I'm telling you. They give some really good discounts, especially if you use my promo code. Link will be in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next update. Peace.